Howdy all among the likes lives. I think it's time to play a little Arc Aberration. Alright. Does that look like a spot where I died? I'm gonna have to get rid of you soon, dude. Oh, it certainly is. How are we looking down here? Does it look safe? Looks safe-ish. There you go. Now go away, little shiny spot. Oh man, I tell ya, I thought maybe I could get those raptors last episode to run into my spike fence there, but that sure didn't happen. I did get a bit of my base put up though, as you can. Having a tree grow right up in the middle of my base, I guess. So obviously I'm in need of more wood. Is that another spot I died? Oh man. I don't know if I can get over to that one. Seems dangerous. It might have supplies though, and I wouldn't mind, swiping. Plus I need wood. There's some trees right here. Provided I don't suddenly get ganked. Probably by Ravagers. I saw a pack of Ravagers out this way. Yeah, see there's something over there right now. Ravagers. Oh, right there's Ravagers. No, 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 no. Sorry, that's just gonna have to be what it is. I can't get over there. It's too dangerous. I can go right here though. Chop down some giant mushrooms. So we played our Monday night D&D last night. It was painful. It was painful. The oh, I don't have any fiber. Alright, I need a couple of those, and then I need a bunch of these. So previously we tried to go in and kill this queen who was running a slaver empire, I guess. And so we went in to try and take her down, and it didn't go well. We got in there and we got to the room that was supposed to be hers, and it turned out not to be at all. And so, or if it is, I can't believe it's hers. Once again, I feel like there's a disconnect between what's going on in the story and how our DM is describing things. And so, there are places that haven't had any communication with these places in 30 years. 30 years. And so I don't know how long this woman's been queen, but it's not yesterday. And so we get to the room that, according to our guide, who is with us, it's supposed to be the queen's bedroom where we're supposed to lay in wait and assassinate her. She's not there. And the room is a mess. Like melted candles, burnt papers, trapped keys hanging on the wall. And I'm like, this can't be this woman's room. It can't be. She's not gonna live here like this if she's been here any amount of time, right? And so we managed to trip a trap. It was a magic trap. For whatever reason, our wizard wasn't looking for it, and so we yeah, we'll get to the wizard. And so when we came out last time we played, when we came out, the queen and the king and some wizard guy were waiting for us with like 56 orcs. Now, 56 orcs sounds like a lot, but we can handle 56 orcs. And the problem is 6 of these orcs are super powered, and I don't know. They're DM upgraded orcs. They're not your regular guys, and so we knew we were probably in a bit of trouble, and then our bard, and maybe the wizard, I don't remember how much the wizard had to do with it. I know the bard, though. The bard really dropped the hammer on the regular orcs, and he locked him in place with a stink cloud, which is basically a stunning spell, and then obliterated them with another spell called synaptic static, which is basically shot lightning through their brains, and so they mostly died. There were 2 of them left. 2 low-level orcs who die when you do like 25 damage to them, which, I mean, 1 hit from my guy doing low amounts of damage is around 25 points of damage, and I get to attack 3 times in a turn, and sometimes more. And so, you know, that's like I could cut down several regular orcs in 1 turn. And in fact, I did. I killed 3 of them before the wizard or the druid, the bard, unleashed on them. But what he did was he dropped this stinging cloud, and then nobody can go in there because then they'll be in the stinging cloud, and then you got to roll to see if it stuns you. Well, nobody wants to be stunned, so nobody goes in there. But then they dropped a huge spell and, you know, wiped out the rest of the orcs, and leaving 2 behind, and the other 9 at the bottom. So that's like 11 guys left, right? And so at the end of last session, my guy goes 4th in the turn order. First is our ranger, then was 2 of the bad guys, and then it was my turn. And so the wizard, it gets to my turn, and the wizard goes, you got to get down there and attack the other wizards because they're the most dangerous. I'm starting to believe that that's not true. It's simply fallacy in his brain that he thinks his character is the strongest, and therefore he equates all wizards as being dangerous. And I'm starting to doubt he's dangerous at this point. Like he should be. They all should be, but none of them are. And this is the crux of our problem from last night. And so I, believing the rest of the party is in on this plan, charge down the stairs and attack the wizard. The rest of the party, so the ranger already went, he doesn't get to go again. I ran down the stairs and attacked. And then it gets to this other wizard. No, she goes after they do. So then it gets to our druid, who remains up in the room. It gets to our rogue, he remains in the room. It gets to... What am I missing? Thatch. Shoot, I didn't realize I was out of thatch. Oh, look at all the plants I got on me. I'm gonna keep those. And so, so they all stay up in the room. And so now I'm like 80 feet away by myself, And so the wizard down there does what she does and locks me in place. So now I'm paralyzed. I can't move. Not only that, though, if I get hit, it does double the regular damage. And that's how we ended 2 weeks ago. So last night we get started. It's the orc's turn. I am stuck. I'm trapped. I am a dead man. And I know it. And I know it's coming. And so... really? That wall takes... Whoops. I was trying to look to see... Wow, that wall takes less wood than the ceiling. I guess it would, I suppose. And so... So they do. They proceed to kill me. Now, I've never been killed before in the game. I've been knocked unconscious, but I've never been killed. And so this is the first. I expected it. It wasn't a big deal. There's spells to bring you back. And so what I wasn't expecting, though, was how the rest of the evening went. So I get knocked down. I get killed. The rest of the group is basically hiding out, right? And so... So we start off the evening with, crossbow. Finally getting into my stuff here. And so I don't know where I'm at. Oh, there's my base, I think. And so, we start off the night with, hey, I remember the bard had Stinking Cloud up. Is Stinking Cloud still up, or did he drop that? And nobody could remember. I didn't write it down in my notes. And so, but nobody else paid any attention. And so then the wizard starts arguing with me over how this spell works. And I'm like, dude, I'm looking at the page on the official site, and it says it is not concentration, so he could have synaptic static and Stinking Cloud up at the same time, which is why I was asking if he still had it up. And the wizard's like, no, that's concentration. I'm like, no, it says right here. I'm looking at the official page. And it says, no, it is not concentration. And he's like, well, then the official page is wrong. And I'm like, okay. So I opened the official book. The online digital book. And that also... Oh, dang it. Why'd you do that? It hopped over just... I don't wanna... And so I'm like, well, the official book online says that it's not... where's the ceiling? Right there. Oh man, I've still got 4 of those. I don't need 4 of those. Okay. Alright. You know what else I'd like to get is my forge going, so I might as well start looking for the parts for this as well. Okay. I need hide for this. Whew. Hide and stone. Stone's easy enough. Let's see if we can't find something I can kill for some hide. I don't think I can tag that horse. I need like a parasaur or a dodo. Something my weak self can handle. Or a raptor. I could do a single raptor. I'd probably knock a raptor out, though, and take it. Oh, man, how many of these? Oh, hey. Apparently I forgot to pick up my armor. I gotta have some leather for this. And so, I'm like, fine, I'm gonna go get the actual book because I have access to the actual physical hardcover. And I come back, I'm like, you know what the actual book says? Like, hardcover in my hands that it's not concentration. Oh, well, I'm surprised it's not concentration. So you didn't look at anything, you just disagreed with me. That's where we're at, right? You didn't see this online or anything like that? No. You just disagreed when I said the official page says. And you're like, no, that can't be. So yeah. Ugh. And then my character's dead, so that means I get nothing to do until somebody brings me back. And then I discover there's only one person on our team who can do that. I thought our healer could do it, but no. Our healer doesn't have the ability to bring people back. He has multi-classed into 2 different healer groups for whatever reason. And I still don't know why, because it obviously doesn't help us out for him to be in 2 different classes. Especially since they do basically the same job, so I don't know why he went into cleric. Like, I thought there was a reason. I think he went in so he could get some slight bonus to healing, but his slight bonus to healing doesn't help us out when, you know, he now isn't high enough to cast resurrection spells at level 10. And so, yeah, and so our bard is the MVP of the evening, let me tell you, or of this whole fight, for sure. I am impressed with that class, especially compared to everybody else on the team. And so, Bard brings me back up, eventually. And by eventually, I mean 3 hours later. So I sat there for 3 hours dead while everybody else spent their time not killing anything. No joke. They didn't kill anything. In fact, the only death of the evening that wasn't one of us was done by the NPC who was in the room with us. For 3 hours I was dead. 3 real-life hours, not 3 game hours. 3 real-life hours while they ran around not killing anything. Yeah, it was crazy. They just, I don't know what they were doing. I mean, I'll admit it. I kind of stopped paying attention at one point and was looking at what my next class might be in case I don't come back from this. Because I thought they were going to have to run and leave my body there. And I assumed if that happened, I would have to run a new character. And so I was trying to figure out what I might want to play next while they were doing their turns. And eventually, though, the Bard did get over and bring me back. But while I was dead, and this is super crazy part, while I was dead, the wizard who told me to go down and attack decided that things were getting too hairy for him, and so he leapt he cast a spell that I feel was done incorrectly. Um, but our DM is pretty lax with following rules, I feel. And so he cast a spell called Animate Objects, which to me, if you read the spell wording, says that you can tell it what to do on its next turn if you're within 500 feet of it, or you can tell it to guard someplace. And that's it says the caster has to use his bonus action to tell it to move and to tell it what it's going to do on its next turn. And or you can issue a general command that it will follow. And the examples for the general commands are to guard a hallway or to guard a room. And somehow the wizard is like, I'm going to tell it to attack this woman until she's dead. I'm like, I don't feel like that's how that spell says it's supposed to work. And so then he says that, well, here's an example from a forum where people were discussing it, and they said if you order it to attack some orcs, it's going to do everything in its power to attack those orcs, which includes following them around, and somehow opportunity attacks. I guess my issue is it didn't seem like the spell was making them sentient, because there are similar spells that my war cleric has that do not get things like opportunity attacks. And so I was a little surprised by these things can act like regular people and just go around and do whatever the wizard feels like. Although what he did was he cast that, he sticked it on one of the wizards, and then he ran to a window, he teleported himself to the edge of a cliff, and then jumped off a 1,000-foot high cliff so that he could get away from the fight, leaving the rest of us there by ourselves. That's what the, as he calls himself, Great Wizard decided to do. Better yet, because I get really irritated when he says, I'm the Great Wizard, blah, blah, blah. And better than that, for 4 turns, he said, just wait, I've got a big spell coming up. Just wait, I've got a big spell. Just wait till you see this big spell. He never cast a big spell. He ran away and jumped off a cliff. Unless that animate objects was his big spell, because in the 2 turns I got to actually do something last night, I did as much damage as his spell did over the course of like 3 or 4 turns. And I cannot understand why they weren't throwing damage at these things. We had 2, 3, 4 spellcasters. We had a Beastmaster Ranger. I don't think his pet attacked but 1 time the entire night. And the only person that was killed, oh, and the rogue. The only person that died that wasn't us was the rogue. And by the time I got back onto my feet, there was no healing left. And I dumped a healing potion, the biggest one I had, down my throat. And then I attacked the wizard that I had damaged last time we played, trying to take him down. And then the wizard that the Great Wizard was trying to kill with his animate objects, teleported them all away. And so so she didn't die. The guy I was attacking, I only got to attack twice. He didn't die. And the rogue who led us into this mess. Is that a dead thing? Somebody killed a Ravager. I gotta be careful, because if there's one, where are the rest of them? I could use some metal. That's the next thing I need here. Oh man, I could use the Ravager. Oh, there's too many of them. Dang it, if they could kill one or two more of those guys. Or if I could get just one of them to come after me. They're too close together. I just guys wandered just a little farther apart here. Oh man, I was kind of hoping I'd get them guys to move just far enough apart. This is where I was leading all those horrible things to. This might not be a good idea to come down this way, but this is where the metal's at. Oh. Yeah, see all the horrible things that I let off the cliff earlier? They're still there. Alright, we're gonna go this way then. I don't know if there's metal rocks up here or not. Ugh. Really? I only took one drink out of that? It's already empty. I missed my canteen, I guess. Okay, let's go get some water if we can get through here without dying. But yeah, I couldn't believe it. He ran away. The wizard ran away. Left us. Left us to die. And eventually, the ranger got killed. And, so he's dead now. The druid wound up, using a special item that he had, to summon a rock. Well, a giant bird. To fly everybody to safety, and I ran out on my own. I've never seen an alpha non-predator. Wait. No, he stopped glowing now. Why was he glowing? Hey buddy, why were you glowing? Why was your head all red like that? Weird. Okay, now. But yeah, so that is the first fight. That is the first fight since we started playing that we had to run away. And And I feel like if the casters would have thrown some actual damage after the first bit of the fight, I don't know, it's... Their playstyle is bizarre to me. And... Please don't eat me, bear. I just want to get rid of this. I can't understand their desire not to do any damage in combat, and they all seem to... Oh man. Oh man. I'm not gonna survive this. Man, he hit me a long way out there. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Quick, go to sleep quick. No, he didn't go to sleep quick. Aw, I thought maybe... I don't remember being able to hit that far out, though. That's the way I tamed him before, right? Or maybe I shot him with my bow. I don't know. Oh, it wouldn't have mattered anyways, because his teammate's right there, so... Alright, well, I think this is probably a good spot to call it. But yeah, it was a very, very disappointing evening of D&D. We played for about 4 hours, and 3 of it I didn't get to participate in because I was dead. And then they spent the rest of the evening going, we can't win this because your character's the only one that does damage. No, you all can do damage. You just don't. I don't understand. And what's truly infuriatingly insane is that the wizard, who I'm always saying you need to get some attack spells or some party buff spells or something, talks about how his character is geared toward crowd control. I'm a crowd control wizard. I'm a crowd control wizard. So the one time we got a fight where there's an actual crowd, nothing. He runs away. Ugh. Infuriating. Alright. Click leave a like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one. And I will... Whoa. I will bounce sideways. I will talk to you later.